Yeah. Fired up. This one's for the drivers.
Out in the shop, late night lights, grease on our hands, chasing lap times. Every turn, every line we find, trying to build that edge you feel when you drive. From the blacktop tracks to the dirt out back, we've been putting in work, yeah, we live like that. Not just fast for a lap, we make it last. So when it counts, you're gone on the gas. We don't guess, we know what it takes. Every set of build from the ground we break. If you want that feel when the car locks in, you're in the right place. Let's go in. Yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, we're the reason you're leading Tier 1 setup shop. Tier 1, take it straight to the front. League nights, open runs, we're the ones you want. Dialed in speed, yeah, we don't miss shots. If you wanna win races, Tier 1 setup shop. Got weekly sets ready to roll. Quality trim sharp, race pace controlled. Builders in the lab, yeah, they stay on it. Every tweak, every change, we gain on it. Need a custom fit, yeah, we do that too. Built to match your style, what you like to do. And it ain't just speed, it's a team right here. We ride together every lap, every gear. Yeah, we test, we tone, we put in the miles. Turn bad weeks into victory smiles. From rookies to pros, we're all about growth. Now fire that motor, let's get to the front. Yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, we're the reason you're leading Tier 1 setup shop. Tier 1, yeah, you know the name. When the pressure's on, we bring the game. From the shop to the track, yeah, we don't stop. If you wanna win races, Tier 1 setup shop. Tier 1. Till we build, till we build, till we build. Tier 1 setup shop.
Looking to take your racing to the next level? You need speed and you need style. At Tier 1 Setup Shop, we'll help you hit the track with total confidence. We provide race-winning setups for all three eNASCAR series, Cup, Xfinity, and trucks, plus a huge variety of asphalt oval cars. We've also brought that performance to the dirt. Winged and non-winged sprint cars, micro sprints, dirt midgets, all built by racers who know how to win. And now, get the perfect look. We offer professional wraps and graphics with Tier 1 wraps. Multiple feature artists make it easy to find a design to fit your exact needs and budget. Get what you need when you need it with individual setup purchases, or get full weekly access with a Tier 1 subscription. Tier 1 Setup Shop. You're more than a customer, you're part of the team.
This isn't just another sim race. This isn't just another online league. And this isn't just another trophy on a shelf. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Drivers choose the charity. Talent chooses the winner. The culture is strong, but the competition is stronger. Most events focus on just one cause, not here. Each driver selects a charity to race for, leaving dozens of causes in contention as drivers fight for a place in the top 5.
Think you've got what it takes to join the Charity Cup Series? Find a cause you believe in and buckle up. This is more than your everyday sim racing experience. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Tier 1 Studios. My name is Pat Wilkinson. Up in the booth, joining me tonight are once again the voices inside my head alongside my good friends, myself and I. Back once again with the Wild West Racing League Gen 4 Cup Series here at Sonoma Raceway here in the Napa Valley of California. Gonna be a great night of racing, 35 laps with just under 5 minutes to go in practice. Krishan Elliott currently the fastest car on track. Bradley Bartley, Trey Smith, Michael Loveless, Dakota Henderson, Derek Holachek, Blake Cuttrell, Marcus Kaiser, Tanner Ensign, Brighton Coleman, Brady Karowski, and Ty Sykes, On board now with the 51 Pabst Blue Ribbon machine of Trey Smith. Side by side with Bradley Bartley around the final turn here at Sonoma Raceway. Take a look at this racetrack here at Sonoma. Just shy of 2 miles, 96 feet altitude above sea level, 40-mile-an-hour pit road. A short, well, hopefully short, fast race out here tonight. Krishan Elliott leading the way with a 1:18.514. Bradley Bartley 3/4 behind. Trey Smith a full second behind. Going to be some interesting racing out here tonight. Winding out the end of practice here, sorry. Long day today, trying to conserve what's left of my voice. Also a bit tired tonight. One of Ty Sykes, allowing it into the outside wall. Jacob Schaffet also joining the race now. It'll be a great night of racing out here once again with the Wild West Racing League. And folks, I hope nobody minds that we've gone down once again from 1440p back down to 1080p. The limitations of my computer. Hopefully I will save up enough to be able to build my new one at some point here. When that is obviously very much up for debate. Winding out the final minute of practice, last 30 seconds here at Sonoma. Michael Loveless up to first already, 18.15, 1 minute 18.15 out here tonight. Heading over to qualifying here at Sonoma Raceway. Let's see who's brave enough to take on this 2-mile road course out here first. Also make sure to do that first, so we're not waiting on anybody else. Krishan Elliott first out on track in the number 91 Milkbone Bark Box machine. Up the hill through turns, I believe these are technically 2 and 3 out here tonight at Sonoma Raceway. Up over the top of the hill, really winding that baby up into turns 4 and 5. Through the little S turn chicane. Oh, that is turn 3, my apologies. Turn 5 now. Down the hill a little bit. Short run down into turn 6. What do you mean that's turn 4? God, this place is confusing. Round the hairpin into the left-hander through the S as we go. Krishan Elliott trying to warm up this number 91 Chevrolet out here tonight. I did click TV mix, didn't I? There we go. Wanted to make sure because it's like, wait a minute, we're getting a lot of still shots. Off of the final few turns into the last hairpin turn. Right-hander, sharp right-hander nonetheless. Around the final corner here at Sonoma Raceway, Krishan Elliott off the final turn. Through the kink, onto the front stretch we go. Green flag is in the air for Krishan Elliott. All the way out to the wall. Straight back to the inside, up the hill we go. Through turn 1 right now. At the top of the hill, right over the rumble strips. Trying to keep things nice and tidy. Sliding it back out wide through the S. Up through turns 2 and 3. Into turn 4 we go. Down the hill into turn 4. Sharp right-hander, 90 degrees. Tightens up very quickly. Got to be careful. Unlike Watkins Glen, this place is very narrow at some places, so it can be very difficult to get around. But Krishan Elliott doing a good job of it, not overdriving it too much. A little bit of a wiggle there for just a moment off of the hairpin. Down the hill and through the S as we go once again. Trying to keep that momentum up. And you want an Elliott wide entry into this last right-hander before the hairpin. Final turn here at Sonoma Raceway. Little wide through the final turn. All the way out to the wall. Down the front stretch and through the kink we go. Krishan Elliott will have an opening lap time. This one doesn't show times. That's fine. 1:18.827. Not a bad run for him. As a benchmark, he can only hopefully improve. Little wiggle off of the top of the hill there. Down into turns 2 and 3. Way over the grass into turn 3. Ty Sykes 2.1 seconds behind. Whoa, way over the curbs and hits the outside wall. That is going to be Krishan Elliott's run over Bradley Bartley up to second. Let's go over to Trey Smith now. 44 Ensign 4.8 behind. Something fundamentally wrong with that race car as he jumps back down pit road. Jacob Shuffett 10 seconds behind. In the 00, Dakota Henderson, Blake Cuttrell, Brighton Coleman, Trey Smith we're on board with now. Michael Lovelace, Derek Holochak, and Brady Kurowski. Brighton Coleman up to 5th, 9.3 seconds behind. Not a lot of cars having a great night out here tonight with the Wild West Racing League Gen 4 Cup Series. Brought to you in part by WYO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Witt Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran-owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players in different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. Tier 1 Studios is brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, by myself, obviously. Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. Michael Lovelace up to second already, 0.143 behind Krishan Elliott. Trey Smith still holding 5th at the moment. Oh, Trey Smith not yet with a time. My apologies. Through the final hairpin we go. Trey Smith onto the front stretch and through the kink we go. Trey Smith up to 4th. Let's go over to Dakota Henderson on the track now in the number 5. Down through the S's we go. Dakota Henderson really trying to wind up this number 5 Hendrick Motorsports machine. Ty Sykes up to 5th. Dakota Henderson still with no time out here tonight at Sonoma Raceway. Ty Sykes, Derek Holochak up to 3rd. Ty Sykes in 6th. Blake Cuttrell, Marcus Kaiser, Brady Karowski with no time so far. Dakota Henderson trying to set a good time out here tonight. Past the start-finish line, Dakota Henderson up to 6th, knocking Ty Sykes down. Waiting on qualifying to come to a close. Ty Sykes still out on the racetrack. Not sure if he's just running laps out here tonight, trying to get that car settled up the way he wants to. Again, sorry, it's kind of quiet in the beginning of this. Qualifying coming to a close. We are ready to go racing out here tonight at Sonoma Raceway. 35 laps in the Napa Valley. Michael Loveless leading the way. Krishan Elliott, Derek Holochak, Bradley Bartley, Trey Smith, Dakota Henderson, Ty Sykes, Tanner Ensign, Brighton Coleman, and Jacob Schaffet. Running through the end of the field, Blake Cottrell, Marcus Kaiser, Brady Karowski, and obviously I'm not in the race, but just helping get things going here just that little bit faster. Waiting on Holochak and Sykes to join up into the session. We are ready to go racing out here tonight. Here at Sonoma Raceway, 35 laps around this 2-mile circuit. Going to be a great night of racing out here tonight with the Wild West Racing League. Waiting on Holochak so we can get going. Come on, Derek. Thank you, Bradley. That's not information we wanted to see. Everybody gridded. We are ready to go racing out here tonight at the Wild West Racing League Sonoma race in the Gen 4 Cup Series. Michael Loveless leading the way. Krishan Elliott, Bradley Bartley, Dakota Henderson, Derek Holochak, Tanner Ensign, Ty Sykes, Brighton Coleman, Jacob Schaffet, Marcus Kaiser, Brady Karowski, Trey Smith, and Blake Cuttrell at the tail end of the field. A couple EOLs handed out for some shenanigans and for winning too many races. Up the hill we go, everybody trying to get their cars warmed up. 68 Meals on Wheels Foundation, Milkbone 91, 011 Pepsi Machine, 89 Harris Company, 5 of Hendrick Motorsports, 1 with no sponsor, 44 of Tanner Ensign of WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, Jacob Schaffet of Puffy's Swag Shop, Brighton Coleman in the number 4, don't quite remember what he's in, Marcus Kaiser in the University of Alabama machine, Brady Karowski in the 77, I believe that is the Harry's machine, Trey Smith in the Pabst number 51, and Blake Cuttrell in the Lowe's SpongeBob number 48. Down through the S's we go, everybody getting ready to go racing out here tonight at Sonoma Raceway here in the beautiful Napa Valley. Rolling behind the pace car. I believe this is the first Porsche pace car we have had in this league, so that's interesting. Down into the final turn we go. Hopefully we can keep this race green. Keep this race clean. God, English sucks tonight. Keep this race clean and green for as long as possible. Around the final turn, Michael Loveless way out wide. We roll down towards the start-finish line out here tonight at Sonoma Raceway. Up towards the Echo Park restart zone we go. Green flag, green flag, green flag. We are racing here in Napa Valley. 91 of Krishan Elliott away like a bullet. 011 trying to go right there with him as we charge up the hill. Everybody trying to get a piece of real estate as we charge up the hill into turn 1 we go. Number 4 way out wide as we charge into turns 2 and 3. Up the hill just that little bit more. 91 up to the lead. 68, 011, 89, 1, 5, 0, rounding out the first bit of the race. Whoa! 42 around. Managed to do a perfect spin, keep things going. Marcus Kaiser with a beautiful pirouette. Let's take a quick look back at what just happened there. 42 rolling up behind the 44 all the way over into the grass. Not sure if that was on purpose. Spun himself out, got tagged by the 4 and the 51. Little bit overdriven. 91 of Krishan Elliott leading the way. Michael Loveless hot on his heels. 011 of Bradley Bartley right there behind him as we charge down the backstretch and into the hairpin. At the bottom of the racetrack, 91 of Elliott will be leading this race. Michael Loveless right there on the inside. Beautiful move from Michael Loveless, getting the great racing line off of the final turn, around the kink and past the start-finish line. 1 lap completed of 35 out here tonight. Michael Loveless already back up into the lead, trying to hold back the 91, 011, and the 89. 5 in the 00. A little bit further back, 44 of Enzyme, struggling out here tonight. He is 6.8 seconds behind the leader at the moment. Blake Cotterill about another second behind him. Trey Smith another 2 seconds behind Cotterill. Still plenty of time out here tonight. Everybody all the way out to the edge of the wall. Into the first of the 2 hairpins. 68 of Loveless with a great line around that turn and down through the S's we go. Jump back a little bit. Let's go down to Tanner Enzyme, holding off the 48 of Blake Cotterill right behind him. 51 of Trey Smith, slowly trying to reel them in. 11 seconds behind leader Trey Smith. Tanner Enzyme 8.5 behind. Blake Cotterill less than a half second behind him. Down into the final hairpin we go once again. .48 up the inside, trying to make the run happen down the backstretch, front stretch, excuse me, through the kink and past the start finish. 48, raising off the wall a little bit with a little bit of netcode assist. Up the hill we go through turn 1. Michael Loveless still just ahead of Bradley Bartley. Krishan Elliott starting to fall back a little bit at the top of the hill and around the right-hander. 90-degree turn, and down the hill we go. 89 of Holochak got spat out off of the turn. Not sure if he hit the outside wall, excuse me, and got ricocheted out. 68 of Loveless leading the way at the moment. Michael Loveless starting to pull away from Bradley Bartley and Krishan Elliott in second and third at the moment. Let's jump down. Brady Karowski in the number 77 machine, currently down in 11th. Marcus Kaiser down a lap. Ty Sykes down 2. Not entirely sure what happened to them. Brady Karowski had a crash. Let's take a look at what happened with Marcus Kaiser and Ty Sykes. That's the one we saw before. Why did Ty Sykes jump to pit road? Take a look at what happened to the 77 at the top of the hill. Down the hill we go. Marcus Kaiser and Blake Cuttrell both with off tracks just now. Let's jump and take a look at that. 42 into the S's, slides them out, and into the grass we go. Blake Cuttrell also with an expedition off the racetrack. Clipping the corner just a little bit too much there as we go back live. Go up to Holochak in the 89, leading Dakota Henderson and Jacob Shoffett as we go up the hill into turns 2 and 3. A lot of front right lead on that race car. 68, 011, 91 leading the way. 89, 5 in the 00. Not too far behind. Trey Smith, 16 seconds behind the leader. 12 seconds behind Jacob Shoffett. Down in 6th at the moment. Smith in 7th. Tanner Ensign in 8th. 2 seconds behind Trey. Blake Cuttrell right there on the bumper of Tanner Ensign. Less than 0.3 of a second behind. Brighton Coleman almost 20 seconds behind, or not Coleman, Cuttrell, excuse me. Coleman 20 seconds behind Cuttrell. Karowski another 10 behind Coleman. Too many names. I keep getting confused. Go down to Trey Smith now, just coming around the final hairpin. Tanner Ensign and Blake Cuttrell right there behind him, trying to keep up. As we charge down the front stretch through the kink once again. '51 to Smith over the grass, keeping things straight. In that number 51 Pabst beer machine, Brady Karowski and Marcus Kaiser coming together. Maybe. Karowski down the hill. May have spun himself out. Marcus Kaiser with an accident on his own. Tanner Ensign, Marcus Kaiser, and Brady Karowski all together. 48 charging down the 44 into the final turn. Don't know why my timesheet here is so delayed. 44 spun himself out off of the final turn. 42 of Marcus Kaiser down into the final turn probably did the same thing. Brady Karowski just ahead of him. Yep, there he goes. 77 into the final turn. Probably did the same thing and over braked. Yep, there he goes. Marcus Kaiser with another accident. I cannot keep up with these replays. At the top of the hill, coming down into the first hairpin. Drives it in. And dips the grass and sends it around. Brighton Coleman with an off track. Into the final turn now. Let's jump back on board with your leader. A little bit of gyrocam action. Down the hill and through the S's. Towards the final hairpin, 0-11 of Bradley Bartley. Right there on his heels, though. Matching him blow for blow as we charge down into the final hairpin. 0-11 tries sneaking one up the inside. Can't quite do it. A little loose off that final turn, trying to keep things going. '68 Loveless with a commanding lead at the moment. Just about 3/4 of a second off ahead of Bradley Bartley. Krishan Elliott, 2.6 behind. Derek Holochak, 3.6 behind. Jacob Shoffett, 8 behind. Dakota Henderson, 14 behind. Trey Smith, 21 behind. Blake Cuttrell, 26 behind. Tanner Ensign, 35 behind. Coleman down a full minute and 5 seconds. Brady Karowski, Marcus Kaiser, and Ty Sykes all down 1. Let's jump into the field a little bit. Let's go down to Jacob Shoppett in the number 00. We go up the hill, 00 of Shoppett, straight around the 77, I believe that is, of Brady Karowski. Up the hill through turns 2 and 3, trying to keep the pressure on. 27 laps to go out here tonight at Sonoma with the Wild West Racing League, brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Witt Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland. The premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players, and different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. Tier 1 Studios brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. 26 laps to go. Jacob Shoppett with a bit of an incident at some point here. Shoppett running pretty well out here as he charges down the hill. Currently 14 seconds behind leader Bradley Bartley, all over the bumper of the 68 of Loveless, trying to make the magic happen. Just does not seem to have the speed to do so. Really putting the pressure on to keep Loveless on his toes as we charge down into the final hairpin. 011 breaks, smoked, locks him up, and slides almost into the 68, and managed to wrangle it back around. Obviously no intention of deliberately trying to wreck the 68 of Loveless. Whoa! Shoppett with a spin off of the final hill there. There we go. Clipped the grass coming down through the S's. Let's see if we can speed this up a little bit. All the way down to the grass. Loses it and clobbers that outside wall, mangling that 00 race car. We jump back live. He's getting towed back to pit road. Michael Loveless still leading the way. Krishan Elliott up to second. 89 of Holochak in third now. Bradley Bartley with a bit of an expedition on and off the racetrack. 24 laps to go this time by. Sean Elliott holding off the 89 of Holochak at the moment as we charge past through the kink and into the front stretch once again. Loveless 4.15 ahead of Krishan Elliott. Holochak hot on his heels. Bradley Bartley 11 seconds down. Trey Smith back up to fifth with the 5 of Dakota Henderson right behind him. This is the battle for fifth at the moment. Henderson trying to keep up with Trey Smith at the moment. Not entirely sure why Trey Smith went from the 3 to the 51. Believe that is Kyle Busch's son's number, if I'm not mistaken. He may be running that number. I can't remember his son's name at the moment, but in honor of Kyle Busch's son for the remainder of the season or the remainder of the year. We will have to see. Trey Smith doing a pretty good job of holding off Dakota Henderson, though, getting about a second up on him to go into the top end hairpin. Let's go back down to Tanner Ensign in the WIO Outlaw number 44. Currently down almost 50 seconds off the leader. Blake Cuttrell 4 seconds behind him, trying to keep up. Brighton Coleman, Brady Karowski, Marcus Kaiser down 3. Ty Sykes and Jacob Schaffet, I believe, are both out of the race with 23 laps to go. Down to the final hairpin, 77, locking him up and hitting the outside wall. Brady Karowski not having a great night out here tonight. 48 of Blake Cuttrell slowly reeling in Tanner Ensign. Tanner Ensign starting to struggle out here tonight. 48 of Blake Cuttrell all over his bumper at the moment. Trying to keep up and get past this 44 machine. Approaching just about halfway through this race. Everybody trying to keep the pressure on the cars in front of them. Michael Loveless running away with the race at the moment. 5.3 seconds ahead. Not sure if there is a mandatory stop out here tonight. "21 laps to go this time by. Tanner Ensign with an off track and a crash. Dakota Henderson as well. Let's jump back and take a quick look. 5 of Henderson. Whoa, don't do that. 5 of Henderson. All the way over the racetrack. Getting back on. Tanner Ensign. Down into the final hairpin. 48 of Blake Cuttrell getting around him. 44. Spinning it up again off of the final hairpin. Not much he could really do about it that time. Tires and brakes are starting to wear out. 77 of Brady Karowski just sending it off of the top of turn 1. Dakota Henderson with a crash. Apologies, folks. It's not the most entertaining broadcast. 45 of Dakota Henderson all the way out to the outside. Down the front stretch, over gasses it, and slams it into the outside wall on the front stretch. Holachak still about 4.5 seconds behind our leader, Michael Loveless. Rashawn Elliott about 1.5 seconds behind Holachak. this point, we're just trying to give a little bit of everybody some love out here tonight in terms of camera time. Again, not a whole lot to talk about as we continue settling into this race. Down to 19 laps to go. Rashawn Elliott with an off track. Back on. And down pit road they go. Oops, sorry. Dakota Henderson and Brady Kurowski also down pit road. Not sure how much time the guys have left. Question is, how much longer can our race leader run away with this race? He is going to need the pit stop of a lifetime. He's going to need to call Guido and Luigi to get out there and, you know, do the thing, get that car gassed back up and on some good, brand new Goodyear Eagle tires once again. Zeta Lovelace still staying out. Blake Cuttrell down pit road this time around. Let's actually go on board to Gyrocam, give you all a piece of the action. On board with the fastest car on track at the moment. Rashawn Elliott, last car on the lead lap, just making it around the top end corner on the hill. Down into the S as we go. Brady Kurowski's crashed. 17 laps to go, 91. Staying out again, all the way against the tire wall. Very close there. Dakota Henderson a minute 38 behind the leader. Michael Loveless, excuse me. Tanner Ensign a minute and 25 seconds behind. Krishan Elliott 46 behind. Trey Smith 32. Bradley Bartley 10 and a half. And Derek Halchak 6.0 behind the leader, excuse me. Bryton Coleman down 1, Brady Kurowski down 3, Marcus Kaiser down 4, Ty Sykes down 6, Jacob Shoffett out of the race. Here tonight at Sonoma Raceway with the Wild West Racing League, brought to you in part by WYO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Witt Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland. The premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran-owned and operated, Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players in different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios. .15 laps to go here at Sonoma Raceway. Michael Loveless still leading the way. Not quite sure how he's gone so long without being able to go down pit road. Question is, how much longer will he be able to? He may be going down now. Yes, he is. Hopefully he'll be giving somebody else a chance to lead the race. Go over to Trey Smith just at the top of the edges now. Trey Smith really trying to pick up the pace here. Make sure he can go down and get past Mike Loveless. Loveless just entering his stall now. Halachak into the back of your screen, crashing off of the final few turns of the S's. 0-11 right there behind him. 68 of Michael Loveless just leaving pit road now. Trey Smith needs the run of a lifetime up to hill to get by him. Reeling in the 68 of Michael Loveless as we go through turn 1. .51 of Trey Smith down pit road. Michael Loveless holding his lead at the moment. Krishan Elliott up to second. Derek Halachak will be up in third. Bradley Bartley in fourth. Tanner Ensign up to fifth. Maybe. Maybe not Ensign. Tanner Ensign in sixth at the moment. Dakota Henderson in 7th, Bryton Coleman down a lap in 8th, Brady Kurowski down 3 in 9th, Blake Cutroll down pit road, I believe, Marcus Kaiser down 5, Ty Sykes down 9, Jacob Schaffet out of the race. .12 laps to go. Comes down to the 0:11 of Bradley Bartley. Again, folks, sorry for the dry broadcast out here tonight. There's not a lot I can do about it. Bradley Bartley currently down 14 seconds behind Michael Loveless in the 68 machine. Whoa, big slide from the 011. Down the hill and into the first hairpin. And towards the S's we go. Tanner Ensign with a crash. Nosed it into the inside wall, off of the S's. Not what they could do about it. 44 still struggling to get it down pit road as the 011 flies on by. Trey Smith further back just at the top of the hill now. Ensign down a lap. Dakota Henderson next to be a lap down in 6th at the moment, 1 minute 4 behind the leader. Trey Smith 53 seconds behind. Bradley Bartley 14.5 behind. Holachak 11 and a half, or 11 and a third behind. Krishan Elliott 7 seconds behind. Ten laps to go. Brady Kurowski really not having a great night out here as we flip over to him in the Sirogi's number 77. Running the 89 all the way over to the side of the racetrack. 011 just past your screen now. 77 really struggling out here. Nothing against him at all, but he's 5 minutes 30 seconds behind the leader. I believe that's like 2 or 3 laps down, and he is crawling around this racetrack at the top of the hill. Is going around the top end 90-degree right-hander. Jump down. Oh, Marcus Kaiser's out. Sykes is out. Cuttrell's out. Brady Kurowski's the last car on the track. Brighton Coleman in the 4. Just coming to the top of the hill now and into the right-hander. Three minutes 17 behind the leader as he goes over the grass. Jumping back over to our leader now in the 68 of Michael Loveless, just destroying the field out here tonight. We'll go on board with Gyrocam once again for a few laps. Krishan Elliott now, second place car, 8.1 seconds behind the leader. Derek Holochak, a second and a half behind him. Bradley Bartley, 18 seconds behind the leader of Michael Loveless, who's 8 seconds ahead of Krishan Elliott. Trey Smith, 57 seconds behind Loveless. Dakota Henderson, a minute and 11 behind. Tanner Ensign down a lap. Bryton Coleman down 2. Brady Kurowski, I believe, is the last car on the track in the 77 machine, down 5. Six laps to go out here tonight at Sonoma. Again, I apologize. What is there for me to talk about? Not a whole lot happening on the track except for Bradley Bartley, Bryton Coleman, and a couple other guys going down through the grass. A couple spins and stuff, but nothing to really write home about out here tonight as Michael Loveless is just destroying the field out here tonight at Sonoma Raceway with the Wild West Racing League coming down to the final 5 laps out here tonight in the Gen 4 Cup Series here at Sonoma Raceway. Wild West Racing League brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Witt Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran-owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse, weekly events for PvE and PvP players, and different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. 5 laps to go out here tonight at Sonoma Raceway. 44 Ensign all the way up to the high side off of turn 1. 68 trying to give him the space to rejoin as we go into turns 2 and 3. Continuing the steep climb here at Sonoma, and down the hill we go for the 68 into the right-hander. All the way over the runoff area. Braking nice and late into the hairpin, just trying to conserve that car. Don't overdo it. Krishan Elliott 6.6 behind. Derek Holochak 7.7 behind. Bradley Bartley 18 behind. Trey Smith 57.5. Dakota Henderson 1 minute 14 behind. Tanner Ensign down 2. Bryton Coleman down 2. Brady Kurowski down 5. And that is everybody. Four laps to go. If there is a caution, which I doubt there will be, we'll be going to overtime. Trey Smith with an off track, Dakota Henderson with an off track. Holochak trying to run down Krishan Elliott, just about a second ahead of him. 44 Ensign blocking the 91. 3 laps to go for Michael Loveless. Just destroyed the field out here tonight. There's no other way to put it. If I really wanted to, I could just, I could end the stream here. The result wouldn't change. Of course, that's a joke, but... .68 to Loveless around the final hairpin. Two laps to go for Michael Loveless, destroying the field out here tonight as we charge up the hill, trying to round out this race. Down through the S's for the second to last time. Michael Loveless will take the white flag with a dominant victory out here tonight at Sonoma Raceway with the Wild West Racing League. This is a man who knows how to show up and just destroy the field every time when he really needs to. Short or small field races at road courses especially are his forte in these NASCAR Cup cars. White flag is out, coming back no matter what out here tonight at Sonoma Raceway. One of only 6 cars on the lead lap. Loveless 5 seconds ahead of Derek Holochak. Krishan Elliott in 3rd, Bradley Bartley in 4th, Trey Smith a minute down in 5th, Dakota Henderson a minute and a quarter down in 6th, Tanner Ensign down 2 laps, Brighton Coleman down 3, and Brady Karowski down 6. Blake Cotterill, Marcus Kaiser, Ty Sykes, and Jacob Schaffet will not see the checkered flag after being wrecked out tonight here at Sonoma Raceway. Unless a monumental crash happens out here tonight. Down through the S's and towards the final turn. One more turn for the 68 of Michael Loveless. Unless he does the burnout of a lifetime around this final hairpin, he will come back around and take the checkered flag out here tonight at Sonoma Raceway. Round the final kink and past the restart zone and wins here tonight at Sonoma. Derek Holochak in 2nd, Bradley Bartley in 3rd. Let's get Mike Loveless in here. Michael Loveless, excuse me. Welcome up to the booth. Congratulations on a dominant victory out here tonight at Sonoma.
Thank you. That was a great race tonight. A lot of fast guys out here. You know, it could have been anybody's race. It was just who makes the least amount of mistakes, and I guess I happened to make the least amount, and maybe a little bit of luck.
Well, I'd say it worked out for you well, pretty much in the end. Congratulations once again out here tonight as you roll down through the S's, coming back around to hopefully burn it down at the start-finish line. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off?
Well, thank you to all the awesome competitors. Like I said, this wasn't an easy win. There was definitely a lot of fast people out here. And so having great competition is great. You know, of course, all the people out at Meals on Wheels and Water Wheel Foundation, please go out, donate if you can. And you up here in the booth as well. And so we appreciate you all. So here I come to the start finish. I'm going to burn it down here for you.
Congratulations once again. Thanks for joining us up in the booth, and hope to see more of you next time. Let's get Derek Holochak in here. Derek Holochak, this is Pat Wilkinson up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Derek, congratulations on a commendable second place finish out here tonight. 5 3/4 of a second behind leader Michael Lovelace. But regardless, one hell of an effort out here tonight from that 89 machine. Talk us through it.
It was a handful. It was a good race, though. After the pit stop there, spun it coming out of 10. Just got wide and got in the grass and spun it, but I don't know if Michael was just slowing down or what he was doing, but it seemed like I was catching him, so wish I wouldn't have spun out, but congratulations, Michael.
Congratulations to you as well. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off?
Yeah, just want to thank all you guys. Thank you for broadcasting. Thank all of my sponsors.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much for joining us once again out here tonight at Sonoma Raceway, and hope to be talking to you more in the future.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's get Krishan Elliott in here, and we will call it a night. Krishan Elliott, this is Pat Wilkinson up the booth. You got me?
Yes, I do. How's it going?
Krishan, congratulations on a fantastic P3 out here tonight, 23 seconds behind leader. One hell of an effort, though, out there regardless. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I had wheel damage and came to the pit road to get the fast repair and fix it. And I would say the incident between me and the 011, I would feel bad about it, but we have pre-issues back at Bristol. So that'll be a fun conversation. But yeah, super fun, and hope that was a fun one to broadcast. I know they're not always the most fun, but yeah.
Congratulations once again, though, on a fantastic P3. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off?
I'd like to thank you for broadcasting, and I would like to thank my teammates, Kaiser, Trey, and Blake, and Brady. They did pretty good tonight. I know it didn't go their way for a few of them, but they stuck it out and finished if they were able. And yeah, proud of their efforts. And yeah, on to next week.
Couldn't have put it better myself. Thanks for joining us once again, and hope to see more of you Sunday night.
Sounds good. See you then.
Well, folks, you've spent another perfectly good hour and a half with all of us here at Tier 1 Studios. We thank you all for joining us tonight. We hope you've enjoyed. This broadcast was brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Witt Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran-owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players, and different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE. Broadcast also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. My name's Pat Wilkinson, up at the booth. This has been the Wild West Racing League Gen 4 Cup Series here at Sonoma Raceway. And until next time, goodbye, farewell, and amen.
Yeah. Fired up. This one's for the drivers. Out in the shop, late night lights, grease on our hands, chasing lap times, every turn, every line we find. Trying to build that edge you feel when you drive. From the blacktop tracks to the dirt out back, we've been putting in work, yeah, we live like that. Not just fast for a lap, we make it last. So when it counts, you're gone on the gas. We don't guess, we know what it takes. Every setup built from the ground, we break. If you want that feel when the car locks in, you're in the right place. Let's go in. Yeah, we built one. down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, with a reason you're leading Tier 1. Set up shop, Tier 1. Take it straight to the front. League nights, open runs, we're the ones you want. Dialed in speed, yeah, we don't miss shots. If you wanna win races, Tier 1, set up shop. Got weekly sets ready, ready to roll. Quality trim sharp, race pace control. Builders in the lab, yeah, they stay on it. Every tweak, every change, we gain on it. Need a custom fit, yeah, we do that too. Built to match your style, what you like to do. And it ain't just speed, it's a team right here. We ride together every lap, every gear, yeah, we test, we tune, we put in the miles. Turn bad weeks into victory smiles. From rookies to pros, we're all about growth. Now fire that motor, let's get to the front. Yeah, we built for the win, yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, we're the reason you're leading Tier 1. Set up shop, Tier 1. Yeah, you know the name. When the pressure's on, we bring the game. From the shop to the track, yeah, we don't stop. If you wanna win races, Tier 1, set up shop. Yeah, see you in victory lane. Tier 1, set up shop. Tier 1. Tier 1.